All right, part two on the NCAA. It's a win-win for the students where they're finally get to get paid. And the reason why, because students have suffered for the last 50 years with the NCAA, where NCAA had made billions of dollars off of these kids' backs, and none of these kids would never benefit on it. And it's crazy how the rules and the violations are ridiculous for students before the NIL deals, where if you got a free peanut butter jelly sandwich from a store, that's an NCAA violation. Or let's just say somebody give you a free t-shirt. It could be an underwear shirt, it could be a slogan t-shirt, it could be any type of t-shirt. It's an NCAA violation. If you take free food from restaurants, it's an NCAA violation. It's crazy. Like if you work a job during the summer, that's an NCAA violation. I had a cousin that played for the NCAA in school, and he couldn't get a summer job. He has to pretty much go jobless for the whole summer, no money, come to school and play football or whatever sport he was playing. But it's crazy how the NCAA had these ridiculous rules before the NIL deals, and it's just crazy. And I'm glad that students are finally getting their just due, and it's also going to open up doors. And you know, and the majority of schools know that majority of these kids that are athletes are black, where most of these black kids that go to college sports are poor. 75% of the kids that go through the NCAA system are poor. So imagine your mama bills are due and your mama don't got the proper, money to buy you clothes and cover tuition. You get an opportunity to go to school for free and play basketball, but you broke. And then you gotta take money on the side from quote unquote vendors or quote unquote boosters, just to make sure your mama's bills are paid and everything, because your mama put all her dreams and goals into you as the breadwinner to take care of her, which is kind of crazy. So it's a lot of pressure on these kids when they play college sports. If you understand this, like, let's just say this. Every year, 4,000 D1 athletes get recruited to schools. 4,000. Out of the 4,000 students that go in, maybe 0.5% of those kids go professional in their sports. Like the NBA. Only 60 players get picked up from the draft. And after 60 players, maybe another 20 players get picked up in free agency as an undrafted free agent. So that's 80 kids. And then there's the G League draft. And then whatever kids that was left over, they get picked up in the G League. And so it's like maybe an extra 30 kids. So it's like maybe 60 to maybe 90 kids get picked up in the NBA. In the NFL, same thing. Only 255 students that play college football get drafted to the NFL every year. Out of 4,000 athletes, only 255 students get picked up in the NFL. That's crazy. In the NBA, 60 they get drafted, 20 get picked up by undrafted free agency, and maybe another 20 get picked up in the G League. It's crazy. So the pressure has always been on the students since the beginning of time, because their parents think they're going to be the breadwinners. But I'm glad the NCAA is finally giving these students just due. So now students can go and just play basketball, play football, play baseball with no financial pressure. Imagine imagine you go to school with a kid that's playing on a free scholarship, and then he has to send his refund check back home to his mama because his mom messed the check up, and now he broke and hungry and gotta borrow money from the coach. Yeah, a lot of the stories like that goes on in NCAA. I heard stories that coaches had paid kids' mothers rent and bought kids cars and gave them weekly allowances out of their pocket just to keep the kid from doing stupid stuff like stealing or anything. Also, I heard situations where schools will give kids surplus amount of money through their meal plans, where, say for instance, a kid might have about $5,000 of meal plan food. I'm just throwing that number out, and the star athlete get about $20,000. So now he has extra money to sell off those extra meal plans for cash. So stuff like that been going on for years. So I'm glad that the kids are finally get the win. So yeah, so tell me what you think about the NCAA. I think the NCAA system been corrupted for years, and finally it's been biting them in the butt for the last few years because of NIL. So yeah, see ya.